Hi everybody and welcome back. It's Prosperous Melissa here. Truth Queen Be Told. So good to see you here today, and thank you so much for those who are joining. We're going to get our totem animal messages out today and see what the wisdom is to come through for us today. All right. So guys, if you want to stay healthy and strong, continue to look well and feel awesome and have great mental vigor into your old age, make sure you reach out to me for some of my 4 Thieves vinegar products. It will help keep your immune system healthy, and it'll help keep you strong and heal your body so that you can stay well this season and in all seasons. All right, guys, love you so much. Let's bring in the energy, shall we? Taking some nice deep breaths in and out, let's just center ourselves into this time and space and receive this message today, shall we? Thank you, Great Spirit. Setting my ego to the outside, I honor you, our ancestors, way showers, and guides who bring through the wisdom for us. Allow us to receive to what we need to receive today, Great One. So it is, so it is, so it is. All right, guys. How you feeling out there? Have any of you been going through any dense energies, especially behind the Scorpio energy that we've been dealing with? It's been a lot of, well, you know, Scorpio is about the endings and beginnings, you know, so it's about what are those sometimes drastic changes that we need to make and move in different directions towards, right? That will better serve us. And sometimes that can be really challenging to do, especially depending on where we are, how receptive we are, you know, to making those changes and moving into the new spaces of our lives, because we have free will. So it's always our choice which direction we move, you know, what path we take and that kind of thing. So, all right, let's tap into the animal spirit wisdom today. I'm going to meditate on the cards for just a moment, and then we'll see what the messages are today. And I will do clarifiers on the spread that we do for the Celtic Cross today. I actually like doing the clarifiers. It brings out so much more information for us to be aware of. So we're going to see exactly what's going on today. Okay, guys? I see a lot of roaming energy, just kind of like mulling, if you will, like going over things and making sense, perhaps, you know, putting things together in our lives and kind of seeing where things have come to this point in our lives, and maybe even hopefully looking at where we want to move forward to, as opposed to staying stuck where we are or in the emotions that maybe we have come to be in at this time, right? What does the animal's wisdom want to teach us today? Ooh, prosperity, but it was in reverse. So we do want to be aware of that energy that we're calling into ourselves that brings, wow, the freedom, the abundance, you know, that we are seeking. Wow, the freedom horse spirit there really taps into the colors of the energy of the background that I have going on today with these purples and things of that nature. So it's really, you know, tapping into that energy of who you are at a deeper level. What is truly going to help you to feel free in this life? You know, what directions, what choices are going to help you and best serve you in moving towards more of this prosperity in your life that you truly deserve, but you have to resonate with to be able to really bring it into your experience. You know what I mean? So what is this freeing energy? I love this. Horses are all about tapping into that wild heart, that, you know, what is truly in our hearts and what truly brings that happiness to us. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you, so you may not have been on the path that you really needed to be on up to this point. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. And this is a time of change, isn't it? Especially with the Scorpio energy, like we were talking about. All right, guys. So Prosperity and Frog says, let go of the past and embrace change. So again, that endings and beginnings. But again, we can't bring in all of that good. It's like we can't take the things we can't take with us, which may be people, may be the way that we're thinking, may be the way that we're feeling, because it doesn't serve us and it doesn't help us to really appreciate, you know, the things that we're wanting that may be much different and better than where we are at the present moment. So we have to match that energy by starting to resonate with that experience and seeing ourselves more and more in that time and space as opposed to where we are currently. That is what helps to project us and move us forward into the realities of those beings. Ooh, lots of that cosmic energy coming through today. Don't you agree? All right, so it says opportunities are close at hand. So hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. So this is all about that Fool energy, you know, taking that leap of faith forward, right? With the Frog energy, taking the leap of faith forward, moving to where it feels better. And we'll see that in the card when I read it to you here. But yeah, this is all about not being afraid to move to a different place if where you're at isn't serving you or isn't best for you. And you know that better than anybody by how you feel, right? All right, so all frogs are born in or near a watery world and mature to live on land. Frogs experience 3 stages of life: the egg, tadpole, and frog. So we start to move more out of this emotional state of being into a more balanced and we have a stronger and a sturdier foundation to build upon, you know what I mean? Because we're being realistic about how we're using our emotions and we're not constantly being trapped within them. We're maturing, if you will. All right, so it says frog people are comfortable with change and happily transform for the better. Because of the numerous eggs they lay, frogs are symbols for prosperity and fertility. You will find many homes with a frog at the doorstep, which I do have on mine, so I'm always inviting prosperity into my home. All right, this omen is meant to bring good luck, abundance, and perhaps even a baby to the house. One of the most beloved folk stories is the Frog Prince, in which love transforms the frog into a prince. So your emotions can be a very strong foundation for you if you build them in the right way, if you connect with them, right? If you build that energy in the way that's coming from a higher perspective, it's a pay it forward. You have to pay it forward to yourself and love yourself and put that energy out there so that it can be drawn to you. But you absolutely have that power to do so, guys. So it says, oh yeah, and to become the prince, to rise to that higher state of being, right? Absolutely. Love is what does it, guys. And it says, frog is a wonderful totem for anyone who has ever felt awkward or like an outsider. Yeah, it's loving yourself first and not paying attention so much to other people, because we all are on our own journey and we're all a little weird in our own way if we're honest about it, right? So don't get too caught up in that, what other people are thinking. Frog medicine promises that one day we will transform our shadowy emotions of unworthiness into beauty and love of self, right? So when we love ourselves, we shine, we are beautiful, and people do want to be around us and things of that nature, and things are drawn to us. Now, we still always have to be aware of discerning what is drawn to us, but the good and the bad are going to be a part of that to some degree. You always have to use your discernment, and when you're staying in those higher vibrational states, it will help you to be able to make that discernment even better, so you can make those leaps where you need to, right? Go where you need to produce the best results for you to bring that abundance and prosperity in. If frog is your totem, you will always be drawn to water. Be sure to cleanse in a salt or mud bath when needed, and don't forget to relax. If tension builds up, let them go and find a new lily pad to call in the renewing rain. The magic of frog people is their adaptability. They give themselves permission to hop away from a bad situation and towards a happier one. Frog medicine opens the doors to good luck and abundance. So call on the frog magic to lead you to a better and brighter life, right? There's a lot we can learn from that energy, and even with those frogs that change colors too, right? Blending in more with those environments around us. Again, as we start to resonate and, you know, raise our own vibration, we start to resonate with that prosperity more, or with those environments that bring in more prosperity, or surround us with those people that are more prosperous and good for us. Ooh, I like that. All right, guys, so we are going to first get our reading out for the Celtic Cross with the Servants of the Light Tarot deck by Dolores Ashcroft Nowicki. I just want to say happy birthday to Tammy Ashcroft because her birthday was just yesterday. Oh my God, I hope you really enjoyed your birthday and that cake. It looked so yummy. I wish I could have had a piece. But in any case, yeah, guys, just really tapping into it's sometimes a little challenging, no doubt, you know, to change your energy, especially if you aren't really in the mood to, right? But so much comes as a result of choosing, using your free will, right? Hey, Lisa. Yeah, using your free will to say, I know that I'm not necessarily feeling my best today, or 100%, or prosperous, or abundant, or whatever, but we have that ability because it took us time to get to this place, right? Where we maybe, you know, haven't been feeling this way because of the way that we've been taught, you know, that we should go about things and handle our situations. But we know better what is best for us. And navigating those ways that work better for us is really the way to go with it, you guys. Keeper of Spheres. So Keeper would be the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so really needing to put those plans in place, guys. If we're not doing that, if we're not, you know, guiding our steps as far as how we're thinking, being aware each day that we're holding our energy, you know, it's building that abundance. When we're talking about Pentacles, this is about bringing ever more life. And the way that we do that is by choosing and making those plans, right? Hanged Man in reverse. Now, this is the energy that it's showing that we're currently in, meaning that we're not really seeing things clearly, you know. There is, I feel like that we are seeing what has happened, but we're maybe still stuck in, you know, how we're feeling about the situation or how it has caused us to feel. Still in that limbo state, right? And so it's even worse to know what you need to know and then not being willing to accept it. So be aware of that today. That's definitely coming out ever clearer with this Hermit in reverse, right? You are the one that chooses your healing and to allow that star to illuminate and show you what you need to. And you have seen what you needed to see. But sometimes that doesn't change the fact that it causes us to be hurt as a result, you know, and have the feelings that we have. It can be hard to try to remember what the bigger picture is and at the same time live this life, you know what I mean? The page here, the Ace of Cups is talking about what we really want. We really do want to have that abundance and fertility in our life. We really do want to be seen, you know, in all of our glory, if you will. That's really what came through here with this baby being naked up here, right? And in utero, but it's like, it still hasn't come to fruition yet. It has that ability to, but that's what we keep thinking about. Maybe we're stopping ourselves though with this way that we're thinking about things from really being able to take advantage of it. Now the Giver of Staves, this is talking about the Queen of Wands, the past energy, right? This is the energy that we're been trying to tap into, I feel, as a collective. And I think we're on a good path, or have been on a good path, but it's talking about those deeper things, you know, that people can't see when we're talking about the Hanged Man and the Hermit. And these are major arcana coming out for the first two cards, guys. So being aware that when these are in reverse, we really need to be aware of being open to seeing things for how they what they truly are. Yeah, that we're causing ourselves really to not have the abundance in our life that we want to have. If we're choosing to hold negative feelings and thoughts towards things that have happened in our lives, as opposed to being able to see them as an opportunity to bring more growth into our lives, right? Because our situations are only teachers. People are only teachers to show us what we need to see and to help us as far as to grow, not necessarily to bring us down or to make us feel worse. Seven of Wands in reverse is, to me, saying that we're not standing up and we're not being strong against all of these outside forces that may be coming towards us. Again, being under the illusion and not aware that really you hold the power and that other people don't have any more power over you than what you allow, but it is affecting your energy when you allow that to happen. The way that we see the situation, or basically, is transformation does need to happen, does need to take place. We are in that Scorpio energy. We're at the tail end of it, but it's like, it's almost a message that was coming through is like, this is really one of your last opportunities in this season anyway to really take advantage of this energy of moving forward and being able to be supported, you know, in that life force energy way, with this life and death energy of this transformation process being present here. But what choice are you going to make? You know, again, it's which wolf are you going to feed, life or death? You know what I mean? Devil energy for the outside. We need to really be aware of who we're connecting with, especially if it's partners, because when we connect in a sexual, romantic, physical way, that is the closest that we can really get, honestly, to another person, in a physical sense, and exchanging those energies between one another. So being aware of the energies that you're connecting with another person is very important, because that's going to affect your own energies, right? This Chariot or divine timing card, as far as our hopes, wishes, and fears, it's like we want to ensure that we're taking the correct path. 7, I always feel, is like those tough choices that we make, you know, or have to make. But it's going to set us on the right course if we take the right path. We're going to be supported. You see around his waist, around his loins, that creative energy and that foundational energy of the sacral and the root chakras, and then being balanced here, you know, once again, but being able to take that forward movement in the most balanced ways. But the healing is so important. Now, if we stay in this energy, it's not moving to calmer waters is what this is saying. You know, the 6 of Wands in reverse is definitely talking about still having more of that heart over head energy, you know, present. And because of that, that may be keeping us, you know, more focused again on the past, as opposed to making plans towards the future and what will really serve us best. So, as I promised, we're going to do clarifiers today. So I like doing clarifiers. I feel like it definitely gives more depth to the reading. And I do this, of course, when I do my personal readings, but I don't always have time to go super in depth when I'm doing these daily readings. So yeah. This is about finding that balance once again, not connecting with those people perhaps that, you know, give to too many people or spread themselves too thin. Also be aware of not spreading yourself too thin, being too committed to other things, and making sure that you're giving to yourself as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. Avoiding any more disappointments, heartbreaks, those kinds of things, because you see the red flags many times when you go into these situations, but you have to be strong enough to say, regardless of what I'm feeling on the physical level, you know, this attraction to this person or that kind of thing, does it all balance out? You know, is it something I can really build on and that's going to bring me abundance? You know what I mean? Or is it going to bring me more heartache? Because that's obviously what we want to avoid. So show me the energy of the Hermit in reverse, please. Had a couple of cards come out there. First being the 5 of Cups. So again, it's that heartbreak energy, right? Whatever this heartbreak is, whatever is still causing your heart to still be heavy, you have to turn away from what has spilled, what is gone, what is in the past. turn around and fill your cups up. Take those up. They're already still filled, actually. But if you don't see your own worthiness, right, look at that. That's such opposing energy. You could move into this energy, but you're staying in this energy potentially, and this is not allowing you to have that healing, not allowing you to really release fully all of the energy that would help support you at this time and give you this new start and really help you to feel better about yourself is really overall what I'm feeling. It is a responsibility, again, our own happiness. So we have to choose to make peace as much as possible, you know, and hopefully entirely. Again, the death process, if we can accomplish that while we're living and we don't have to wait until we die, when obviously we have to relinquish control over everything, then there is a lot of power in that, believe it or not. But it can be hard for us to see that. If we can unleash all of this energy, though, because again, this is the Ace of Cups, and Spirit really is wanting to support us, and I think we know that, but man, we can be so stubborn sometimes, right? Holding on to things that we know don't serve us, but we're still hurt by it. We're still bothered by it. It does take a lot of strength, doesn't it? But, you know, we're just going to keep going around in this loop, it feels like. You know, this, when it talks about infinity, it's like we want to be aware of how that is recirculating back to us, right? Because it's not serving us when we're not accepting that love that Spirit is saying, you are me. You are just as important as me. And, you know, everyone else has their own worth and value too, but you can't allow others to devalue you and then think that you're going to, you know, have a good experience with that person. All right, so Giver of Staves or Queen of Wands in the past. Now, what this is saying is, I feel, is that you've had this opportunity, but perhaps, you know, to move forward, if you will, in this Queen of Wands energy. But with all of these in reverse, I almost feel like that we've not been willing to move forward, really. We have stayed stuck, and we're still kind of in that, again, it reminds me of that hermit state here in the reverse, right? Where we're still not really seeing what we need to see to heal from heartbreak. We may still be experiencing that or still working on that in any case, because we're still seeing where this is affecting us in some way in our present situation. This is in our, you know, as far as reason for the reading and our foundational energy is, you know, even if we may seem okay on the outside to other people, yeah, that King of Pentacles energy, definitely not feeling the abundance with the Ten of Pentacles being in reverse too. Definitely not feeling very abundant right now, regardless of how other people may see us from the outside. So what is this? Sorry. Ten of Pentacles energy that's in reverse here. Woo, that was a lot of cards. Well, let's see what came out. First of all, discontent. Still looking for the right path to take, not feeling like you have been given maybe a clear, been shown clearly yet. Again, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But you have been given some information, or you've been able to gain some clarity about what's going on. Now, what's this? It's going to require you to stand your ground. What you know is right, guys. And again, move yourself out of these energies that are causing you not to have this union with yourself. You know what I mean? When you have union with your... Oh, very interesting. I didn't put this down here, but that is very interesting because I just saw it. It fell on top of the Seven of Wands in reverse with this Queen of Swords in reverse. Look at that. We got the King and the Queen. So the King is in the upright. The Queen is in the reverse. So there's definitely, again, this like fighting with yourself kind of thing. Again, over this, you know, either relationship from the past or being able to reconnect with yourself. Just really having a tough time, you know, accepting things is what this feels like. Seven of Wands. Absolutely. soulmate energy. Yeah. So it is going to cause you to have to stand your ground. If you're not doing that, and if you're not protecting your own energy, this is going to continue to keep you in that state of confusion is really what I feel here, guys. So be aware of that. And with that crescent moon, we're moving into that waxing state where we're moving into the full moon state. I feel like more and more is being illuminated all the time to you. And it's almost getting to a point, hey, Sherry, how are you? I feel like it's almost getting to a point, whoever this is that you're dealing with, that you almost can't deal with it anymore. And you definitely don't want to get to a point to where sort of like you're backed into a corner, if you will, and you feel like you have to really be aggressive then in how you feel and how you come across with expressing that, right? So that's the energy that is kind of going into the near future, saying that you may still find it difficult to hold your own energy with this person. Hey, beautiful, good to see you. How are you today? All right, woo. So this Death card came with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. What I see here is we have to be careful, you know, like how we're investing, but how it's looking as far as how we see the situation is maybe we're not seeing anywhere that we're able to invest in at this time to put our energy into, right? I feel like a lot of us, again, are really guarding ourselves, and I think that's a great thing. You'd always want to be discerning about who you're connecting with, especially, like I said, in a romantic type of situation, because you exchange energies very easily in that sense, and you become enmeshed. You take on one another's energy to some degree. So it's very important to be aware of that, all right? This Devil energy for the outside, wow. Definitely somebody's trying to reconcile if you have been separated. In any case, it does not feel like a good energy. This is, again, a dichotomy energy. This could be even just you within yourself. In dealing with people from the outside, maybe you're trying to, you know, connect with these people from the past, or people, you know, that you know are not really the best for you. Yeah, you know, and they never bring around a good situation. You're never able to really build with them or have anything, you know, tangible. Like when I see the world energy, it's like having all of the things that come with a relationship, if you will, and the home and the relationship, having the good job, everything goes well, and you know, overall in your relationship, obviously we still are people, but for the most part, you know, there is order instead of so much chaos. So this is the whole goal of things, is bringing that order out of chaos. So hopefully we're bringing more order within ourselves and not resurrecting these negative experiences that are only going to bring more difficulties into our lives. What about this Chariot energy for the hopes, wishes, and fears? Yep. It's telling you in this situation, either you're not moving forward in a balanced way with yourself, or this is what you could fear, or what your hope, well, I wouldn't say what your hope is. I would say at this point what your fear may be, that you're not going to be able to move forward in that balanced way. And if you're dealing with people that throw you off of your balance, and that's certainly going to be the case. So you are going to have to look at that today. And are you maybe stop waiting for something that seemed like, you know, had potential, but that's all it really ever was potential. You know, it never really came to anything of any real value. You know what I mean? Six of Swords in reverse for the future energy. What is this saying to us today? That you're still looking for something that you need to stop looking for. You need to move to those calmer waters. Whatever this energy is within you, because it really feels like it's a balance of, again, with the swords and the water, it's a balance within your heart and your mind. And, you know, to stop looking for something, stop juggling. Something that has no value is not going to bring you anything of value. You need to put that value into yourself, build and create with this with this Knight of Pentacles, we need to start building our own future. The cards are jumping out today, you're right. Starting a weight loss journey today, battling myself and family. It is getting better. Awesome. Yeah, it all starts with us, you know, like, it's interesting. We can get ourselves, you know, before we really realize it down the road, you know, we're caught in these situations in our lives and we're kind of like, how did it get to this point? How did I get here? You know, and then you have to start like changing over that energy. And of course it starts within you. That's the best place to always start, and get yourself right, you know, and how you're thinking and feeling about yourself. And like you're saying, Sherry, start to make those changes. I did that too. You know, I was in a very depressed state, and I'm going to start sharing more of this stuff because I think everybody thinks I'm so perfect or whatever, but I'm really not, you know, like any more perfect than anybody else. But I have started taking more steps, and over time I've seen that how that has balanced out my own life. You know what I mean? Like back when I was having my last two children, like I was nearly 200 pounds when I delivered both of them, and most people don't know that. And I was, you know, I had preeclampsia, and I had a C-section with one of my children as a result. And, you know, I was even heavier in between, like up to 150 pounds. You know, I'm nothing like that right now. I've lost the weight and I'm in a much different place. But those things did really help my self-confidence. You know what I mean? When I lost the weight and I saw who I really was underneath, and I was making changes, you know, in my own life, you know, starting to take on more projects or just learn different things and give more time to that. And it takes time to build it. It takes time to learn about yourself and to grow in those ways. But anything takes time, you know, even if it's a relationship with somebody else. So better to get to know yourself and know who you are and love who you are and have a purpose in your life. And then, you know, when someone else comes along, it's not our end all be all. You know, our prosperity is not what lies within other people, but what we see within ourselves and what we bring forth from ourselves, you know. But if we fight with ourselves and we don't see our own value, then we're never going to be able to garner that respect. You know what I mean? And we do that by first being the king or the queen and making those choices that kings and queens make that show that they are, you know, of a higher nature, and that other people must, you know, they must come to them in that way. They must present themselves in a more honorable manner as well to be able to interact with them. You know, that's holding your value. So don't interact with those people who don't engage with you in positive ways. Find, you know, your ways to detach and get away from the situation and sit with yourself and really figure out, what do I need in my life to truly be happy? And if this is not making me happy, do I want to spend the rest of my life in this? I had to make that choice too when I was, you know, in several past relationships. You know, I've left people and things like that, and sometimes it was in situations where I had children and stuff like that. But when you realize that you're at a point where things are just really off track, even if you do have all of that in place, it's going to take a toll on you as a person, you know, and your energy and what you are able to accomplish and be in your life if you stay engaged with people that don't support you in positive ways. Here are affirmations moving forward for this reading today, guys. It says, today I make a conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I will take a new route and talk to strangers, so try something different. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not in a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I will have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure, all right? But we learn something new every day, and there is always an opportunity to engage in different, you know, ways of being and thinking and things of that nature. So consider that today and how you can really enjoy that new way of being, right? All right, beauty is coming through today as well for us with the peacock. I love this. And the peacocks, you know, have those eyes on their feathers. And I see that just like she's looking in the mirror right there, right? Seeing our own beauty, and at the same time, you know, we don't have to flaunt it. We just be who we are, and people will see us for who we are, and stay consistent with that. Be who you want to be. You know, it is in a sense kind of like being a character, and you are able to develop who you want to be. A more honorable person, a more beautiful person. Take that time out each day to, you know, do your hair and makeup, or, you know, make yourself presentable. This was a choice that I decided to make so that I could put a better image out there and help others to hopefully be encouraged to do the same. Care about themselves. And then when you look at the mirror and things like that, you're like, I really am beautiful, you know, and I'm glad I took the time to care about myself today and stuff like that, you know. It says, I am beautiful even when I don't think so. I am beautiful even when I don't see it. I am beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I am beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I am beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all of the time to show it. You just need to know it within yourself, and it will show. All right? And everybody will see it. Trust me, they're watching you. They know that you're changing and you're doing some great things in your life. Story of my life. Interesting. Got the snake going on there. Interesting energy. I think that's a mouse there as well. Should we trust it? Let's see what this says. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. Yeah, so we can choose to see things with that silver lining, right? And come to that contented place of, yeah, that really sucked. I didn't like that at all. But I could see where this did help me to be stronger, to push harder, to get out of this situation and not be stuck with these people that may be trying to deceive us, like this snake guy, right? It says it's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And that's true. You know what I mean? It's just that we're all operating from different levels of understanding and, you know, our own level of free will and how we're exerting that, right? And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Yeah, you can always change the story at any point in your life or how you're seeing the situation with other people. All right, choose to see it as getting better in every moment, regardless how other people may be presenting themselves to you. But certainly don't engage in that energy that's not supporting you in good ways. All right, love you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow for our, what is tomorrow? Wednesday. Ooh, Witchy Woman Wednesday. That's going to be fun. All right, guys, you have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed your messages today. Go out and be prosperous. Jump where you need to. Take those leaps and go where you need to go. Again, pull yourself out of those situations that may be making you feel like really frustrated and stuff like that as well, especially, right? Just pull away from it. Disconnect. When we break that energy, when we break that connection from an energetic perspective, it is just like electricity. It stops that flow, and then we can get that flow going in a different direction. All right, guys, love you so much. Thanks for your like, share, subscribes. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification if you're on YouTube. Thank you so much. Mwah, bye-bye.